We're coming to you again from the unceded traditional territory of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations here at Britannia Art Gallery to introduce Patrick Meighan, one of the artists exhibiting here during the month of February. Patrick, you're a painter, which we talked about before, but maybe you can tell us a little bit more about another piece that is hanging at Britannia right now.
Yeah, I'd love to. This next piece we're going to talk about, I've called Language or Water. I don't think that title is going to stick. It's the second piece in, maybe it'll become a series of works. The first piece was called Fleeting. I arrived at that name because the image is kind of fleeting. So maybe this is going to be called Fleeting number 2 or Fleeting in Greys. This piece is my newest work. It's 3 feet by 5 feet and it's all hand painted. Oh, I'm looking at it right now as I'm talking to you. I went to look at it in the art gallery today, and I really need to sit in front of these pieces for a while before I really figure out what's going on in them. They're kind of hard to look at sometimes.
There is a lot of movement in this one.
There is a lot of movement, yeah. And it kind of looks like it's all the same movement, but the pattern actually doesn't really repeat itself. I think it repeats itself somewhere around the top and the bottom if you can find some colors and some shades that go together. But this really shows about 25% of the entire pattern, which I guess I'm going to have to try and paint at some point. It really feels like that with these pieces, that once the idea has been there for a little while, you just have to do it. And I enjoy it mostly. I mean, sometimes it's a drag. One of the themes that really came up, especially with this piece and the piece prior to it, was the idea of interlacing. Mm-hmm. It kind of took me into my roots in Celtic art, which I think I must have as a British person from the northwest of England. I resonate with Celtic art, and I mean music especially. Maybe everyone does just because it's beautiful, but it took me into Celtic philosophy. It took me all over the world into Buddhist philosophy, which I'd kind of forgotten about since high school. It took me into the yin yang philosophy. And there was one more I was going to mention. What other kind of religion or philosophy? Oh yeah, it kind of took me on a bit of a journey into Indigenous art, which I was shy to kind of look into at the time because, you know, I'm British and I've only been here for 14 years. But I started looking at the way that Indigenous artists use the shapes in their work, the S's and the U's. And it, of course, took me into the idea that everything is connected. And the basis of this work was this reciprocal nature of this line, you know. Mm-hmm. There's been lots of kind of reaffirming research which has come along with this. Considering I just want to make something completely brand new, it's obviously connected to all of these beliefs that have been around for thousands of years, which is great.
Well, they're very sort of universal shapes that you're using in them, and they're quite striking when you get to sit down in front of them. That was Patrick Meighan, one of the artists at the Britannia Art Gallery. His work will be up from February 2nd to the 25th down here at 1661 Napier Street in the heart of East Vancouver. Hours of operation are on our website, and we do hope you can come down and see these pieces in person.
Yeah, I just want to say a huge thanks to the gallery as well. I frequent that place so much. It's the perfect place for me to show, and I'm really glad that everyone gets to see it either on purpose or by accident.
Yes, that's a nice part about the gallery. It's a very unique gallery in that it is inside a library, which means that your pieces are not only seen by artists coming by to see them, the artists that happen to come into the library and go, oh, I have to see this, or the kids and the parents that come by and say, oh, let's look at art. So it's a wonderful little space. It's a little gallery that could and does and will and continue on and everything. So thank you, Patrick.
Thanks, Bernie.
Okay.